Welcome to the Word of Immortal Stories channel. Please leave positive comments below the video. And don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. Chapter 11. As Li Hien emerged victorious. Elsewhere in the survival game, the naive Qin Song was diligently hunting, gathering items, and upgrading her gear. Like Li Hien, she'd been eliminated early on. This time, she'd killed her teammate right at the start. This granted her a bonus of +5 to all stats. Ding! Congratulations! Your teammate won. Because you contributed +5 to all stats of teammate number 00497, you are rewarded with 1 survival point. Qin Song stared wide-eyed at the notification. That jerk won again. Giving me back 1 measly survival point. Are they mocking me? My role was just to donate stat points to him. I could puke. She fumed. Player number 004971. Calculating survival points. All players in Li Hien's match heard the announcement. Lightbulb. For example. Who placed third? Earned 26 survival points. The middle-aged man in second place received 32. Li Hien. Needless to say, earned the most. Survival point results. Survival, 100 points. Talent, 256 points. Equipment, 26 points. Skills, 21 points. Kills/assists, 24 points. Special, you killed a teammate. -30 points. Total, 397 points. A grand total of 397 survival points. The talent bonus was clearly the most significant. However, the system also explained that survival points were the foundation. Losing not only deducted lifespan but also drastically reduced other point gains. After the calculation, Li Hien's vision went dark. And he felt weightless. He opened his eyes back in the concrete room. As if nothing had happened. The only difference was that when he summoned the survival game interface, a list of goods appeared. Survival point exchange list. Gene enhancement, each survival point enhances stats by 0.02 points. Lifespan extension, each survival point exchanges for 1 month of lifespan. Li Hien scanned the list. Frowning slightly. The gene enhancement rate was abysmal. His victory, netting him 397 points, would only enhance his stats by about 8 points. 8 points wasn't insignificant. But other players, even if they won, they'd only get a little over 100 points. Enhancing their stats by a mere 2 points. Doesn't that mean everyone else will power up incredibly slowly? Li Hien shook his head, dismissing the thought. He had his own problems, other players' progress was irrelevant. Next came the important part, exchanging in-game equipment. Skills. And talents for real-world benefits. Li Hien examined each category. Equipment exchange is unlimited. As long as the item was obtained in-game. F-rank equipment only costs around 100 points. But it's probably useless. Not just F-rank. But most equipment seems pointless. E-rank costs 200 points. D-rank around 400. All melee weapons. A complete waste of points. Li Hien even doubted C-rank platinum armor would stop a bullet. Of course. If he later acquired firearms or Ironman-style gear, exchanging them would be worthwhile. Next came skill exchange. Skill exchange is similar to equipment, only in-game skills can be exchanged. There are 2 types, 1-day duration and permanent. Permanent skills cost 100 times more points than 1-day skills. For example, An F-rank skill costs 100 points for 1 day. But 10.000 for permanent use. Li Hien felt a pang of regret. He hadn't acquired any skills that would help him escape the mental hospital. Haste was somewhat similar. But it wasn't teleportation and couldn't bypass obstacles, making it unhelpful. Looks like I need to acquire new skills, maybe there's one that can help me break out. Li Hien mused. The number of exchangeable skills was limited, tied to the player's in-game level. This seemed crucial. Li Hien queried the system, quickly grasping the concept. Like a MOBA game. There were ranks like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. Based on performance, a player's level would automatically increase. But ranking up required a promotion match. Equipment, skills, even talent exchange are all restricted by level. I'm currently bronze, so I can only exchange F, E, and D rank items. Even though I have C rank platinum armor and a helmet, I can't exchange them. Finally, Li Hien started reviewing the exchangeable talents. He was incredibly curious. How many survival points would it take to exchange the SSS rank permanent invisibility talent? If he could obtain that talent, escaping the mental hospital would be easy. Chapter 12. Li Hien was obsessed with the permanent invisibility talent. But when he glanced at the exchange list, he froze. You have unlocked the SSS rank, permanent invisibility, talent. Requires 2.56 million survival points. Over 2 million points. Li Hien had just won 397. So wouldn't he have to win thousands of matches? Greetings, host. As your level increases, you'll receive more survival points. The system reminded him. Li Hien breathed a sigh of relief. To exchange for a talent, you must unlock it first. And exchanging costs 100 times more points than unlocking. Li Hien looked at the unlock list. Unlock a random grade F talent, 100 points. Exchange, 10.000 points. Unlock a random grade E talent, 200 points. Exchange, 20.000 points. Unlock a random grade D talent, 400 points. Exchange, 40.000 points. And so on. Doubling each time. Unneeded talents could be reclaimed, mostly actively unlocked ones, returning 80% of the points. However, everyone was currently bronze rank, so they could only unlock up to grade D talents. Or unlock randomly, risking useless talents. Even with a level increase, the maximum unlockable talent was only grade A, S rank and above were unobtainable. This proves my talent system is incredibly powerful. From grade F to SSS rank, all can be unlocked. And I'll automatically draw high-rank talents in the game. Low-rank talents are probably trash. But SSS rank talents are all powerful. The only difference is the play style. It's a pity they can't be reclaimed. I could reclaim the useless ones. Use the points for gene enhancement. And become superhuman. Li Hien felt a little regretful. Host. The system is more than that. As your level increases, it will unlock more talents, such as God-rank talents. Li Hien's eyes lit up. This was good. His system could also level up. Now, others were using grade F talents, while he was using SSS rank. By the time others were using grade A, he would have abandoned SSS rank for even more powerful God-rank talents. He would always have an advantage. He looked around the concrete room and began to think of the fastest escape route. There are two ways. 1. Find a talent that can help me escape. And then accumulate enough points to exchange for it. 2. Find an in-game skill that can help me escape. And then exchange for it. These two methods could be pursued simultaneously. He just needed to accumulate points. If he couldn't find a skill, he would wait for a talent. If he found a skill, he would exchange for it. It didn't need to be permanent. Just one day would suffice. There was another way. Gene enhancement. But, who knew how much enhancement was needed? Direct confrontation was too risky. A skill or talent was a safer bet. System. Can you help me find talents that can help me escape confinement? Li Hien asked mentally. Host. Please explore on your own. The system replied. Li Hien cursed the system's lack of a search function. But it was understandable. There were too many talents, the system probably didn't know which ones could help with escape. Oh. This one looks promising. Li Hien quickly found a Grade D talent, Soul Swap. Grade D talent, Soul Swap. Can imprint a spiritual mark on an object. Then swap positions with it at any time. Li Hien thought of the nurse's food tray. I imprint the mark on the tray. Then after she takes it away, I swap positions. Li Hien pondered. A plan began to form. This was just the initial idea. Exchanging for a Grade D talent requires 40.000 points. If I keep winning, a few dozen matches should be enough. For now, accumulate points. And find in-game skills. Li Hien had a plan. He decided to enter the game again. He wouldn't use his 397 points. Others would probably exchange them for lifespan or gene enhancement. But for Li Hien, those weren't necessary yet. Welcome to the survival game. Ding! Detected that you have activated 1,000,000,000 talents. Congratulations. In this match, you have received the talent, Frenzied Evolution, SSS rank, every 30 seconds. You can choose a piece of equipment or a skill to enhance its stats. Note, the same equipment or skill can be evolved a maximum of 12 times. SSS rank talent. Frenzied Evolution. Li Hien's eyes lit up. It made equipment or skills evolve, increasing their stats. Possibly adding special effects. And it could be enhanced 12 times. With this, even F-rank equipment will eventually surpass Platinum rank. This match is for me to experiment with equipment and skills. Li Hien thought. He looked around, finding himself at the edge of a dilapidated arena. Outside was a ruined ancient city. Suddenly, a cold female voice came from behind him. Number 00497. Are you my teammate? This icy voice made Li Hien's expression change. Teammate? This voice. Could it be the nurse? If he guessed correctly, she was the one watching him. She was also a tester. Not only in the same match, but also teammates. This time, he was screwed. Chapter 13. Good thing she showed up behind me. Li Hien thought. She hadn't recognized him yet. Or she wouldn't have called him, number 00497. This meant there was a way out. As long as she doesn't see my face this round, I'm good. The best strategy is to split up. Teammates in this game are useless. They just steal loot and kills, slowing my progress. Li Hien was strategizing when he heard light footsteps. She was getting closer. I just took someone down. This round, you support me. Gear, skills, kills, all mine. Her voice was cold, commanding. Ha ha ha. Before she got any closer, Li Hien ran towards the ruined arena, forcing a hoarse laugh for a sinister effect. "I think we should split up," he said, spotting supplies on a shattered pillar. "Split up? Fine. Less dead weight," she said coldly. Despite her words, Li Hien could tell she was still following. Just slower. His starting agility was 14. 4 points higher than average. Even if she won and boosted her agility, she'd still be slower. This gave Li Hien pause. Genetically enhanced attributes carried over. Looks like gene enhancement is a must. Otherwise, my starting stats will be lower, he thought. Sensing she was still tailing him, he feigned a hoarse question, "Aren't we splitting up?" "Splitting up doesn't mean I can't compete for loot," she retorted. So she was after the same supplies. Too bad for her. Li Hien was closer. He reached the pillar and grabbed everything. "Here. Teammate. A health potion for you." Li Hien sneered, dropping a single potion. She was furious. A health potion? Did she look like she needed one? But she was too slow and could only watch him take everything. "Even if you're my teammate, I will kill you," she gritted out. "Suit yourself," Li Hien replied. To him, she was the enemy. He sprinted away with his loot. Even faster than before. Sprint, grade F skill increases speed by 50% for 5 seconds. Cooldown, 15 seconds. He learned the skill immediately. He also picked up a bronze sword, plus 15 attack, and equipped it. Time to evolve. The 30-second mark hit. And Li Hien had his first evolution opportunity. Frenzied evolution. He selected, Sprint. Skill, Sprint, evolved. Sprint plus 1, grade F skill increases speed by 100% for 7 seconds. Cooldown, 13 seconds. Double the effectiveness. 2 more seconds of duration. 2 fewer seconds of cooldown. At this rate, 2 more evolutions. And the duration will exceed the cooldown. The skill will be permanently active. Frenzied evolution was incredibly powerful. His speed skyrocketed. And he vanished. Got away. Next. I need an invisibility skill or a mask. Li Hien shook his head. Finding one was luck. He moved through the ruined arena, using the minimap to avoid her. She wasn't actively pursuing him anymore. She knew constantly chasing him was pointless. He'd just steal everything. She still didn't know number 00497 was Li Hien. 30 seconds later, Li Hien left the arena and entered the ruined city. Evolution time. Skill, Sprint, evolved. Sprint plus 2, grade F skill increases speed by 150% for 9 seconds. Cooldown, 11 seconds. Chapter 14. Evolving again. Quick Sprint plus 2. Despite being only grade F was already more potent than a grade D skill after just 2 evolutions. Movement speed increased by 150%. Duration, 9 seconds. Cooldown, 11 seconds. Only a 2-second gap. Li Hien mused. Impressed. And this skill can evolve 12 times. How powerful will it become? The game had just begun. And while others were still struggling to find their first grade F skill, he already possessed a formidable ability. He was exploring the ruined city. His eyes landing on a cache of supplies. Competition. He spotted 2 players. Likely a team. Approaching the same pile. Trying to loot my stuff. Think again. Quick Sprint. Activate. Li Hien instantly triggered the skill. Even without kills or boots. His movement speed soared to 35. 35 translated to nearly 21 meters per second. In the previous match, he'd needed 3 kills and silver boots to achieve this speed. Now, he had it from the start. Ignoring the approaching duo, he blitzed to the supplies, sweeping them up. Silver armor, plus 30 all-around defense. Cheese. Bandages. And a grade E skill book. Without pausing, Li Hien turned and bolted. Damn it. Get it back. How is he so fast? Must be a speed boost skill. After him. The robbed players gave chase. Another evolution available. Evolve quick sprint again. Li Hien thought as he ran. Quick sprint evolved. Quick sprint plus 3, grade F increases movement speed by 200%. The first attack after activation deals additional damage equal to movement speed 2. Duration, 11 seconds. Cooldown, 9 seconds. Quick sprint had evolved again. Gaining a new effect. It now boosted his speed by 200%. And his first attack would pack an extra punch. Bonus damage equal to agility 2. At 200% speed boost. My agility is 42. That's an extra 84 damage. Sweet. The match had barely started. And while Li Hien only had a bronze sword, he felt no fear. He turned. Fast as lightning. He charged back towards them. Sword in hand. He's coming back. He must be out of time. Knows he can't escape. And is going all out. The words barely registered before Li Hien activated quick sprint plus 3. His sword pierced through one player's head. Minus 303, headshot. Caught completely off guard. The player was instantly turned into loot. You eliminated target, ID 00369. You received plus 5 to all stats, effective this match only. As the remaining player swung his blade, Li Hien was already gone. What the? How is he that fast? The player stammered. Li Hien wasn't rushing. He was waiting for quick sprint's cooldown. He retreated further. Finally checking the skill book. Iron Body, grade E passively increases defense by 20. A defensive skill. Plus 20 defense. While potentially useful, it might seem underwhelming. But for Li Hien, it might work. Let's see how it evolves, he thought. The system responded. Preview. Iron Body plus 1, passively increases defense by 40. Iron Body plus 2, passively increases defense by 70. Iron Body plus 3, passively increases defense by 110. Reduces critical hit damage by 70%. He skimmed the preview, finding it unremarkable. Even with hundreds of passive defense points, it wouldn't matter if he didn't get hit. And he didn't plan on getting hit. Let's check Quick Sprint's evolution path. At plus 7, it would offer a 400% speed boost, a 1-second cooldown, and bonus damage equal to agility 6. This skill has serious potential. Let's get it to plus 7 first. Quick Sprint's cooldown finished. Activate. He spun around, resuming his pursuit. Seeing he couldn't outrun Li Hien, the player tried to flee. But there was no escape. The protagonist receives a random SSS rank talent each match. His combat style will vary, but the talent will always be incredibly powerful. Chapter 15. You eliminated target, ID 00572. You received plus 5 to all stats, effective this match only. Double kill. Excellent. Li Hien caught up, swung his weapon, and finished the other player. Sprint +3. Combined with the bonus damage, was too much, even with a bronze helmet. The opponent was eliminated instantly. All stats increased by 10. It can evolve again. Evolve Sprint. Sprint +4, Grade F skill increases movement speed by 250%. The first attack after activation deals additional damage equal to Agility 3. Duration, 13 seconds. Cooldown, 7 seconds. The damage increased again. This skill reminded Li Hien of a MOBA champion who would accelerate and then finish opponents with a single kick. Now I'm pretty much the same. Li Hien smiled. At first. Without permanent stealth, he felt lost. But now he realized frenzied evolution was just as powerful. Perhaps even stronger. Its potential was limitless. Evolving equipment or skills offered different, but equally powerful development paths. Li Hien walked through the ruined city. He usually didn't use sprint, preserving the element of surprise. A bronze helmet. I'll wear this for now. A silver sword. Not bad. Li Hien picked up some equipment, switching to the silver sword. He didn't really need weapons. But the bronze sword's durability was low. The silver sword would last the match. Your teammate eliminated target ID 00127, receiving +5 to all stats. Your teammate eliminated target ID 00718, receiving +5 to all stats. Your teammate achieved a double kill. A series of notifications rang out. She's pretty good too. Her talent is only grade F, her advantage comes from her own abilities. She might be a martial artist. Special forces. A martial arts expert. It was hard to say. But the person guarding him, the most dangerous mental patient in history, was definitely not ordinary. But in this game, she's no match for me. Li Hien shook his head. Suddenly, he spotted a target and acted. Sprint activated. He charged towards a crumbling wall. Sword swinging. Behind the wall. The other player tried to hide. But it was no use. Li Hien was too fast. -294. Instant kill. This time it wasn't a headshot. The opponent dodged the head blow. And Li Hien's slash hit their body. They were also wearing silver armor. But Li Hien still dealt 294 damage. My base agility is 24. Activating sprint makes it 84. The bonus damage is 252. It was satisfying. With this third kill, all his stats increased by 5. His agility increased to 29. Time to evolve again. Li Hien continued to evolve sprint. Sprint +5, grade F skill increases movement speed by 300%. The first attack after activation deals additional damage equal to agility 4. Duration, 15 seconds. Cooldown, 5 seconds. Even more terrifying. 29 agility. Increased by 300% is 116. Bonus damage of agility 4. Meaning 464 damage. Too overpowered. Li Hien recalled the first match, where his final crossbow shot only dealt 800 damage. Now, just 2.5 minutes in, he could already deal over 500. His movement speed wasn't much slower than when he won the previous match. Most importantly, sprint had only been evolved halfway. Now the best way to get stronger is to hunt. Equipment. Skills. I don't need them. Just kill. Increase stats. Increase base agility. And this match is a win. Li Hien knew what to do. You eliminated target. You eliminated target. You eliminated target. Li Hien relied on sprint +5. Killing everyone he encountered. By the time he left the ancient city, he was the only one left in the area. 5 minutes passed. The shrinking circle began to close in. A bit far from him. But it didn't matter. His sprint skill had evolved to +10. Chapter 16. Sprint +10, Grade F skill increases movement speed by 550%. The first attack after activation deals additional damage equal to agility 9. Grants a 50% chance to dodge all attacks while active. Duration, 60 seconds. Cooldown, 1 second. Sprint upgraded to +10. 8 kills in the city. All stats increased by 40. And I picked up silver boots. Li Hien checked his stats. 54 agility. +12 from the boots. Totaling 66 base agility. Activating sprint gives me 429 agility. 255 meters per second. Nearly the speed of sound. Li Hien hadn't expected such speed. It was just a grade F skill. But evolving it to +10 had changed everything. I'm practically invisible. This speed is insane. Li Hien glanced at the map. Noticing his female teammate far away. Far away, being relative. The distance was less than 1.000 meters. This map is only 2.000 by 2.000 meters. I can cross it in under 10 seconds. Li Hien was astonished. So this was frenzied evolution. Truly worthy of an SSS rank talent. 5 minutes into the game. The zone began to shrink. On the grasslands. A bald young man battled a grade D monster. Stone Golem, grade D 1.200 HP. Sis. My gear might be average. But taking this thing down is no problem. The bald young man was Lightbulb Overlord. He had silver equipment and 2 skills. And no other players were in sight. Beside him stood a female teammate. Once I finish this guy, I'll either learn a grade D skill or get some gold equipment. Lightbulb said confidently. It has so much health. Are you sure you can pierce its armor? The girl was doubtful. Don't worry. If I can't break it, no one can. Lightbulb oozed confidence. But just as he was about to attack, suddenly, both of them saw a blur. A phantom. And a glint of steel. -3,766. The stone golem was instantly killed. A gold chest appeared. Chapter 17. Golden armor, grade D armor +50. Durability 72720. Black mask, grade D conceals appearance. Face armor +10. Durability 200. White bone chain, grade D skill book summons a white bone chain. Binding the target for 5 seconds. Cooldown 18 seconds. The monster dropped 3 items. Li Hien immediately chose the black mask. His main goal was to hide his face. Equip. Li Hien put on the mask. Although his speed was incredible, his teammate had sharp eyes. If she saw his face, it would be troublesome. If she knew he was in the game, his escape would be harder. Check evolution effects. Preview. Black mask +1, face armor +20. Black mask +2, face armor +40. Black mask +3, face armor +70. New effect, blurs the body. 9% chance to dodge all attacks. This equipment only increased face armor. which seemed useless. However, the later evolutions were good. +3 added a body blur. And each evolution increased the dodge chance by 9%. Up to 90% at +12. Combined with quick run +10. He could practically dodge all attacks. This dodge was forced evasion. Even if bound, activating it would negate the effect. Evolving to +6 would grant absolute dodge. Activating after 4 seconds. It granted 100% evasion for 20 seconds. An incredibly powerful skill. Currently, Li Hien had nothing else to evolve. He would focus on the black mask. 7 minutes had passed. Li Hien had 4 evolutions. Upgrading the black mask to +4. Black mask +4, grade D equipment face armor +110, 18% chance to dodge all attacks. A normal person wouldn't choose this. Golden equipment that only hides your face. Worse than a helmet. But wearing the mask, Li Hien found it effective. It concealed his face and made him appear cold and indifferent. She won't recognize me, Li Hien thought. By evolving it, he would eventually achieve 90% dodge. Which, combined with quick runs 50%, would make him nearly invincible. Continue hunting. The endgame rewards include kill points, equipment, and skills. All the golden equipment will be mine. Li Hien continued his relentless pursuit. His speed was terrifying. After scouring the map, eliminating 7 more players, he finally had a full set of golden equipment. But now, he had to control his speed to avoid crashing. What's wrong with this guy? Li Hien's teammate was bewildered. She could see his position and was receiving kill notifications. 15 kills so quickly. What kind of talent does he have? She trembled. His speed was the most shocking. He zipped around the map. His speed had to be 100 or 200 meters per second. How is he doing that? She couldn't understand. At that speed, killing him was impossible. This made her grind her teeth. He was toying with her. He was powering up too quickly. In 7 minutes, she had only killed 5 players. She was strong. But compared to Li Hien, she was a novice. She's alone. Don't let her escape. 2 male players attacked her. She wore tight-fitting black clothing. Her cold demeanor and graceful figure striking. But strangely, she had no weapon. Good. I'll take these 2 out, she thought. However, suddenly, she felt a gust of wind and a flash of a blade. One of the players was instantly killed. Whoosh! Slash! With 2 strikes, both players were eliminated. Stealing my kills. The girl was stunned. No one but me is allowed to kill my teammates. Li Hien appeared. Masked. Cold. And ruthless. His words infuriated her. This guy, was he overdoing it? What are you talking about? I don't need your help. She felt her breath catch. She didn't recognize the masked man as Li Hien. Who said I came to help you? Li Hien chuckled darkly. Chapter 18. Li Hien wasn't there to help. He just wanted the others dead. In fact, he wouldn't mind eliminating his frosty teammate. 2. But killing a teammate meant losing 30 survival points. More importantly, what if she went looking for him and he wasn't there? He couldn't risk it. Why aren't you carrying a weapon? Here. Li Hien tossed her a golden longsword. He might not kill her. But he couldn't guarantee someone else wouldn't. He studied the woman through his mask. He'd never seen her before. Not bad looking, he thought. She was attractive. But her chilling aloofness kept people away. I don't use weapons, she said coldly, ignoring the sword. Is your talent karate or something? Li Hien scoffed. He lost interest and turned to leave. He figured her talent probably involved not using weapons. He didn't care. It was just a grade F talent anyway. Players remaining, 43. 9 minutes in. Li Hien had killed 21 players. He had 4 more evolutions. Evolve. Black Mask. Black Mask plus 8, Grade D equipment, face armor plus 370, 54% chance to evade all attacks. Absolute evasion, activates after 6 seconds. Grants 100% evasion against all targeted attacks. 18-second cooldown. Absolute evasion was finally usable. But it only evaded targeted attacks. Area of effect, AoE, attacks would still hit. Even against AoE attacks. He still had a 77% evasion chance from Black Mask and Quick Sprint. Enough to end this. Li Hien smirked. This match was faster than the last. He understood the rules. And his ravenous evolution talent was making him ridiculously powerful. The 21 kills granted him 105 stat points. His agility reached 119. His speed was insane. He practically teleported. Though controlling it was tricky. He often ran into things. A supply drop up ahead. Li Hien spotted a white beam. A platinum crate descended. Right now. The highest grade is D. Only platinum crates contain grade C items. There's bound to be a bloodbath. He had to get that crate. Grade C items were essential. The air crackled. 4 or 5 groups converged on the plains. Some were solo. Others in pairs. They saw each other but waited for the crate. If you won't make a move, I will. Li Hien grinned. Hunting individual players was tedious. The supply drop was a golden opportunity. Let's go. Whoosh. Li Hien targeted a male player and charged. He swung his sword. Covering over 200 meters. The blade grazed a female player's chest. Instant kill. Damn it. Missed. Li Hien frowned. He activated Quick Sprint again. Targeting the male player. Thump. His blade pierced another female player's chest. Instant kill. Missed again. But panic had erupted. What was that? I just saw a flash. And then they were dead. Player 00497 killed them. Is that a person or a ghost? Where is he? They looked around frantically. Li Hien was already gone. Come on. Let's keep this going. Li Hien was eager for more kills. Chapter 19. The platinum supply crate caught the ice-cold woman's attention. She observed the pillar of light. Something's off. She saw players scattering around the beam. Like ants from a disturbed hill. They had completely lost their will to fight. The woman realized that player 00497 was circling the area. His kill notifications constantly popping up. He's incredibly fast. How is he doing that? She ignored the fleeing players. In this game, dying early meant losing more lifespan. Everyone was trying to improve their ranking. This wasn't the first round. Everyone who died lost lifespan. Even surviving a little longer could save a month of life. So, them running away was normal. Just then, a chill ran down her spine. Danger. A blade flashed from over 200 meters away. Grazing her face. Damn it. Missed again. Li Hien appeared behind her. His eyes widened. He'd aimed for a fleeing man. His speed was so high he couldn't stop. Accidentally killing his teammate. Killed the wrong person. Li Hien was speechless. Excessive speed had drawbacks. He wasn't worried about the points. But about this woman's wrath after she logged out. I have to be more careful. This round needs to end quickly. Li Hien became the cold-blooded killer again. Players remaining, 24. The map shrunk again. According to the rules. There was almost certainly a hacker. And Li Hien was that hacker. His speed was too high. He couldn't see clearly. But slowing down was risky. He just had to adapt. He was slowly gaining control. It was a pity he couldn't undo the last attack. 26 kills. 27 kills. In 10 minutes. Li Hien dominated the match. In the real world. Luck Dang Psychiatric Hospital. Hada was dazed as she returned to her office. So fast. My instincts warned me. But I couldn't react. Hada recalled the attack. She was a martial arts enthusiast. As expected, speed reigned supreme, huh? Bewilderment flashed in her eyes. Replaced by determination, gene enhancement. I must enhance my agility. She thought of her duties. Right. I wonder if that patient was chosen for the game. She became serious. This game had suddenly appeared. Using your thoughts. You could enter. Earn points. Enhance your genes. And even extract abilities. If he enters. It'll be troublesome. This game is too complex. If he gains abilities. He might escape. She headed to the surveillance room. Bring up the feed for room 001. She ordered. The gossiping staff fell silent. A fat man pointed at the monitor, Chief Ha. The camera in 001 is still like that. We've reported it. The monitor displayed static. That's right. Chief Ha. The patient in 001 is too strange. The camera's broken. Yeah. That guy can't be monitored. Everyone was used to this. Hada shook her head. She was also at a loss. The only option was to go to room 001 herself. Just as she was about to leave. Everyone cried out. Holy crap. Where is he? Damn it. How did he disappear? Hurry. Room 002. Hada stiffened. Could the patient in room 002 have been chosen too? Chapter 20. 5 minutes later. Hada approached Li Hien's cell. She had just confirmed the patient in room 002 had entered the survival game. She ordered the guards to watch room 002. If he'd entered the game, he'd return there. She arrived at room 001. Taking deep breaths. She thought. I hope he's still there. She unlocked the heavy metal locks. The door swung open. She pushed it. Ready to fight. But there was no attack. Stay outside, she told the guards. Yes. Ma'am, they replied. Gripping their stun batons. Hada stepped inside. She saw a figure on the floor. Hello, young voice called out. The figure looked up. Revealing a familiar. Handsome face. Li Hien looked up. Smiling. His heart pounding. He'd made it. He'd just won the game and barely materialized back in his cell when the door opened. He quickly sat down. Trying to regulate his breathing. As Hada entered. He greeted her with a smile. Li Hien. Are you hungry? Hada asked coldly. Just 8. I'm good. Li Hien replied, observing her discreetly. Her figure was striking. And she smelled good. I just checked. You dumped your food. Hada stated. Li Hien was stunned. He'd flushed it. He was at a loss. She's pulling out all the stops, he thought. His wariness increasing. Are you suspecting the food is poisoned again? Hada scoffed. If we wanted you dead, you'd be dead. We wouldn't bother poisoning your food. Better safe than sorry. Li Hien sighed. Actually, I am kind of hungry. Can I get some more? Bring it in. You eat some first. Then I'll eat. You can't let me starve. Can you? He was hungry but scared. Fine. Get him another meal. Hada said to the guards. She felt relieved. Li Hien was still there. Of course. This didn't mean he hadn't played the game. The food arrived quickly. She glared at Li Hien. Picked up some food. And was about to eat. Wait. Li Hien interrupted. He stirred the food and offered it to Hada. Does it really need to be this complicated? Hada sighed. But she took 2 bites. Here. Eat. I have questions, she said. Handing him the plate. Li Hien scrutinized her. Making her uncomfortable. Before nodding. Finally, he muttered. Li Hien ate. 5 minutes later. He was full. He drank some water after making Hada take a sip. All right. Ask away, he said. Sitting back down. I'm going to ask you some questions. You have 1 second to answer. Hada said. If you can't. No more taste tests. Eat or don't. Starve if you want. Deal. Li Hien agreed. Chapter 21. Name. Li Hien. What did you eat? Vegetables. Potatoes. Chicken. How many legs does a cat have? 4. Wait. The questioning stopped. Hada stared at Li Hien. You're not even sure how many legs a cat has. She thought. He really is a mental patient. Li Hien felt wronged. He'd just arrived in this world. What if the cats here were different? This kind of thing happened in games all the time. Let's continue. Hada said. Suppressing her frustration. Favorite cartoon? Calabash Brothers. Li Hien answered instantly. What's that? Hada was stunned. Li Hien's suspicions were confirmed. He had definitely crossed over. She'd come to investigate him. He'd seized the opportunity to investigate her. You don't know Calabash Brothers? Li Hien feigned exaggeration. Are there pandas here? Crocodiles? How many legs do cats have here? Hada's face darkened. She stood up and left. I was overthinking it. He's a mental patient. What are Calabash Brothers? Pandas? Crocodiles? And how many legs does a cat have? Seriously? She was furious. Her plan had been to ask normal questions. Then suddenly ask about the game. If Li Hien had played, he'd probably slip up. But, she was wrong. She slammed the door. Li Hien squatted down. Smirking. The image of her figure flashed through his mind. Intriguing. This world is different. No pandas. No crocodiles. So, do cats here actually have 4 legs? Li Hien pondered. He was thinking about the bigger picture. What was the outside world like? He wouldn't get answers unless he escaped. She was trying to trick me. Now. It's my turn. He smiled. Points. Redeem invitation. Use invitation. Target, ID 00666. Hello. ID 00666 is currently available. Invite her to the survival game. Yes/no. No. Lee Hien cancelled. ID 00666 was Hada's ID. He asked the system about solo queuing into teams. The answer was yes. For 500 points. I'll wait for her to enter. Then I'll go in. This seemed like a solid plan. Lee Hien also set his status to do not accept invitations. 500 points is a lot. Over 40 years of lifespan. Who would spend that? Lee Hien smirked. Invitations were only valid for 3 days. They were typically used for qualifying matches. But for Lee Hien, how many games could he play? How many points could he earn? At my current rate, I can earn over 10,000 points a day. 500 for security is worth it. 5 minutes later. Hello. ID 00666 is currently in a game. Please try again. She was in the game. She seems eager. Too bad, she can't be faster than me. Begin matchmaking. Lee Hien started queuing. Chapter 22. Lee Hien started matchmaking just as Hada logged in. We won't cross paths in-game either. He had to admit. She was captivating. But he wouldn't want to get involved. 35 kills. Victory. 459 points. Combined with the 397 points. He has 856. Using 500 for an invitation. 356 remaining. Enhancing agility. Agility increased from 14 to 17. Lee Hien started with 17 agility. Welcome to the survival game. Alert. Trillionfold talent activated. Congratulations. This round, Voracious Appetite, SSS, each time you eat. You receive a permanent boost. Can devour monsters. Acquiring their skills. His talent had changed. How would this one work? Permanent boosts from eating. He'd also have to find monsters. It didn't sound that powerful. I'll try it out. He wasn't worried. It was SSS ranked. You have been matched with player, ID 01314. A petite girl in a pink dress appeared. Another female teammate. 3 rounds. 3 female teammates. Were there this many female players? In his experience, women were liabilities. But then, the girl exclaimed. Lee Hien. Do I know you? Lee Hien was shocked. Lee Hien. Don't you remember Faye and I? We're neighbors. Really? I don't recall. Lee Hien smiled. It's okay. I'm so lucky. Faye and I will help you. She beamed and extended her hand. You have received Angelic Blessing. Angelic Blessing, all base stats increased by 100%. Lee Hien was taken aback. This seemed like a good talent. Just tell Faye and I if you need anything. She gazed adoringly. Lee Hien felt uneasy. Something was off. He observed her more closely. She looked young. But her figure was, surprisingly developed. All right. Then find me some milk. Lee Hien probed. Just milk? I have some. She squinted. Her canines prominent. She searched. Seconds later. Here you go. Lee Hien. Anything else? More milk. Or cheese. Anything edible. Okay. She scurried off. Li Hien watched her disappear. Feeling uneasy. Let's see what this does. He drank the milk. You have consumed milk. You have received thorn carapace when attacked. Reduce damage by 50% and reflect damage equal to strength plus 100. Damage reduction and reflection. Pure damage. Li Hien was stunned. SSS ranked talents are exceptional. Just one boost. How can anyone touch me? He was amazed. And he'd only had one carton. Meanwhile, at Luck Dang Psychiatric Hospital, armed personnel stood outside room 002. Reporting. Captain Ha. Su Fei and I appeared. Then vanished. Next game round. The atmosphere was tense. This is bad. Captain Ha is also missing. Everyone exchanged worried glances. Chapter 23. Li Hien, of course, was oblivious. Su Fei and I quickly found him more milk and cheese. Mr. Li Hien, your health is full. Why are you drinking milk? She asked, tilting her head. Can't I drink milk if my health is full? Li Hien looked at her. Do you think I'm wasting it? No. Whatever you do is right. Su Fei and I shook her head vigorously. Li Hien consumed the milk and cheese. You drank milk. HP recovers by 5% per second for 6 seconds. You gained overflowing vitality, stamina plus 30. HP recovers by 3% per second. You ate cheese. HP recovers by 10% per second for 5 seconds. You gained resilience, armor plus 30. Stun immunity. Li Hien was ecstatic. His stamina was now a whopping 560. Plus HP regeneration. And stun immunity with 30 armor. Alright. Let's go. Li Hien told Su Fei and I. Pick up any food or drinks and give them to me. I'll handle any encounters. Okay. Su Fei and I replied with a gentle smile. Following him. On the same map. Lightbulb hid behind a boulder. Ready? I'm done looting, his teammate said. Chewing grass. Wait. I found him. Lightbulb had checked the player list. Player 00497. Again. He almost fainted. Found what? The young man grew impatient. Just follow me. I'll carry you. Player 00497. He's incredibly strong. Lightbulb pleaded. I was killed twice without even seeing him. The young man laughed. You're Lightbulb. High win rate. But cannon fodder here. Killed twice. By the same guy. Lightbulb glared. Embarrassed. Or were you hacking before? The young man eyed him. You'll see. His talent is petty thievery. Lightbulb shook his head. Let's avoid him. That mysterious? The young man wasn't concerned. This game is easy. Just follow me. No, let's split up. Lightbulb said cautiously. We can't both run into him. One of us will rank higher. If I don't encounter 497, I'll come in second. The young man was puzzled. Was he that scared? He didn't care. He'd gained over 200 points. Spent on enhancements. Fine. Let's split up, the young man said. Still chewing grass. Let me know if you see 497. I'll take him down. Good luck. Lightbulb chuckled inwardly. But he worried. What if the young man actually killed 497? Su Fei and I handed Li Hien more cheese. Li Hien ate it, restoring his health. Mr. Li Hien. You're so thoughtful, she said adoringly. Chapter 24. You ate cheese. Regenerate 10% HP per second for 5 seconds. You gained, fire offering, after activation. Deals 100 fire damage per second to enemies within 20 meters. Li Hien's eyes lit up. Fire offering. Overpowered. How can noobs stand a chance? Fire damage. Superior to physical damage. This shouldn't exist at the bronze stage. But it was an SSS talent. The temperature around Li Hien increased, making Su Fei and I sweat. Li Hien. I'm so hot. Su Fei Ni's face flushed. Then don't stick so close. Li Hien smirked. No. I'm not afraid. Only this heat makes me feel alive. Was there something wrong with this girl? 2 players appeared. The map was a plain with ruins and bushes. Li Hien had 4 buffs, emitting faint light. The 2 players spotted him immediately. Damn. That kid's glowing. What effect is that? He dares to flirt in front of us. Kill him. Envious. They attacked. Darts and arrows flew. They expected Li Hien to dodge. But he didn't. -12. -14. The attacks barely scratched him. Then Thornback activated. -124. -124. They were tanky. But then fire offerings range. -126. -126. They died instantly. You have been eliminated by player 00497. A double kill without moving. His stats increased. His agility reached 44. About 26 meters per second. He looted the crates, 2 milks and cheese. Jackpot. He consumed everything. 7 colors radiated from him. With a dazzling golden glow. You gained, Brotherhood, Strength plus 30. Stamina plus 30. You gained, Overwhelm, Intelligence plus 30. Control duration plus 100%. You gained, Dazzling golden light, emits golden light, blinds enemies within 5 meters. Li Hien was almost blinded himself. What kind of buff is this? He frowned. Wow. Amazing. As expected of Li Hien. Su Fei Ni's eyes reflected the light. Li Hien. Haven't I become a target? Then he had an idea. It would lure others to him. Let's go with this. He looked up and saw a stone golem. Stone golem, D rank 1750 HP. Gluttony can devour monsters. Let's see what skill this gives me. Radiating golden light. He advanced towards the golem. Chapter 25. As Li Hien approached the stone golem, his fire offering flared up, inflicting damage from afar. He ignored the effects and moved closer to devour the stone golem. Target's health is above 20%. Cannot devour. The attempt failed. And Li Hien got punched. Of course. He let it happen. The stone golem was slow, making dodging easy but unnecessary. Li Hien was now tanky and could self-heal. By combining fire offering with his reflective thorns ability, Li Hien stood his ground as the stone golem's health plummeted. When its health dropped just over 200, he devoured it. Li Hien opened wide and swallowed the towering stone golem whole. It seemed to shrink as it was consumed. But the spectacle was still frightening. Even Su Fei and I was taken aback. Who knew Li Hien had a bottomless stomach? He checked the system notification. You used the talent Devourer to swallow the stone golem. You've acquired skills, Stone Body, Rough Skin, Stone Punch. Stone Body, passive strength plus 30. Stamina plus 50. Rough Skin, passive armor plus 60. Stone Punch, throw a punch that deals damage equal to strength plus 100 and stuns for 3 seconds. Cooldown, 5 seconds. 2 passive skills and 1 active skill. All without occupying any skill slots. The stats keep climbing. Li Hien thought. Even though I haven't killed many players. Strength is now at 94. Stamina is at 146. His health reached 1460. And with an armor rating of 90. Attacks barely scratched him. Even gold weapons, given low opponent stats, couldn't easily penetrate his armor. Just then, your angel's blessing has disappeared. You received demonic charm. 50% of all your stats have been drained. Li Hien was baffled. Then he noticed a girl approaching in a black dress. Is that Fei and I? It surprised him. She wore a pink dress before. Why black now? Was it inside out? Unlike Su Fei Ni's gentle demeanor. The girl in black looked alluring. Her lips curled into a sultry smile. Her figure was vividly highlighted by her dress. She stopped 3 meters from Li Hien. Lifted a seductive leg onto a rock. And commanded. Little Hien. Listen to me now. I'll lead you to victory. Despite her arrogance. She seemed fond of Li Hien. Using the intimate, Little Hien. If Su Fei Ni was the gentle neighbor. She now resembled a dominant demon queen. But Li Hien wasn't swayed. Steal my stats. He smirked. He stepped forward. Confronting her. Su Fei Ni smirked back. Provocatively. Her pointed tooth showed as she rested her leg. Radiating a regal presence. Little Hien. If you're going to approach. Turn off that light. It's too hot for me. Her voice was sweet and tempting. Much like her actions. Each gesture was enchanting. Seduce someone else, he thought. Stone Punch. Without turning off Fire Offering. He seized her distraction to land a powerful punch. Minus 124 damage. Stunned for 6 seconds. Though his stats were halved. Skill effects remained. Overwhelm, Intelligence plus 30. Control duration plus 100%. The stun lasted 6 seconds. Glancing at the paralyzed. Seductive girl. Li Hien lamented. Why am I always forced to kill teammates? Sadly. He had no choice. She'd stolen dozens of his stat points, not reclaiming them could be dire. Eliminating her should restore them. Chapter 26. You killed target, ID 01314. You received 5 all attribute points. Li Hien gained attribute points. Even though the target was a teammate. Simultaneously. 50% of his drained attributes returned. Stats. He checked his panel. Strength, 87. Stamina, 138. Agility, 32. Intelligence, 58. Spirit, 27. His attributes had decreased slightly due to losing Angel's blessing. But the impact was minimal. Does she have a split personality? Li Hien wondered. Feeling a pang of regret. She'd been a good teammate, pretty. Obedient. And helpful, before turning on him. Just then. His golden glow attracted 2 approaching players. Prey delivered to my doorstep. Li Hien smirked. At Luck Dang's Psychiatric Hospital. Room 002. The girl in the black dress reappeared. The armed personnel were startled. Their faces paling. Holy crap. It's black. Run. She was pink when she left. They scrambled out, slamming the door shut, gasping as if they'd escaped death. Inside, the girl curled her lips into a seductive smile. Little Hien. You dare hit me. And so hard. I'll find you next round. In the monitoring room. She didn't re-enter the game immediately. She was waiting. Back in the game. Li Hien looted the crates, milk and cheese. Fei Ni's crate didn't have any food. She must have given it all to me, he thought. I have to hurry. Who knows if Hada was eliminated early? He wanted to rejoin the Ice Queen. He quickly consumed the food. You gained, strength plus 50. You gained, intelligence plus 50. You gained, acidic burst, corrosive attack dealing intelligence plus 20 damage per second with a 50% slow. Lasts 5 seconds. Incredibly powerful. Li Hien now had 10 enhancements. Radiating 10 different lights. The golden glow most prominent. Spreading for hundreds of meters. 200 meters away. A young man, Lightbulb's teammate, chewed grass as he moved swiftly through the bushes. Drawn to the dazzling golden light. He wore golden armor and helmet. Wielding a golden crossbow. With 7 kills already. His stats were high. Boosting his confidence. Is this number 497? Why is he so bright? He approached within 30 meters. Hid behind a tree. And aimed his crossbow. Too easy. He sneered. Li Hien was walking carelessly. Practically begging to be killed. In this arena. Not knowing how to camouflage. Prey delivered right to me. Lightbulb said he was strong. Is he kidding? I'll take care of him first. Then regroup with Lightbulb. Victory is assured. He leisurely chewed his grass. Aimed. And squeezed the trigger. Chapter 27. Loose arrow. The arrow flew straight for Li Hien's head. No helmet. That's a one-shot. Right? The young man smirked. A blade of grass dangling from his lip. He glanced at the gleaming Li Hien. Convinced number 497 was a noob. But. -42. No headshot. Pathetic damage. The young man paled. His strength was at 75. Boosted by the crossbow. It should have dealt over 100 damage. Even against armor. What was going on? More importantly. You attacked number 497. Counterattacked by Thorns, receiving 247 true damage. You attacked number 497. Corroded by Acidic Burst, receiving 128 poison damage per second. Along with a 50% speed reduction. Lasting 5 seconds. -247. -128. -128. What the hell? The grass blade fell from his mouth. Run. If my talent wasn't so good. I'd be dead, he thought. Grimly. Luckily. I can still fight. E-rank talent, momentum. Upon killing a target. Gain 30% of their stats instead of 5 points. This talent made him stronger with each kill. Though he was weak at the start. But this time. He was in trouble. He ate a piece of cheese. Restoring health. But the slow remained. Li Hien closed in. Fire offering. -208. -208. The cheese couldn't keep up. In seconds. He collapsed into a loot box. You have been killed by number 00497. He just thought number 497 was a noob. Now. He was dead. Reflect damage. Poison. Fire. I've never seen abilities like these. Is it a talent? But how can there be so many effects? He was bewildered. Li Hien looted the golden armor. Helmet. Crossbow. Milk. And cheese. Too bad he ate that cheese. Li Hien thought. Otherwise, I'd have gotten another boost. He must have killed a lot of players to have so much loot. He devoured the food. You gained agility plus 50. You gained stamina plus 50. You gained movement speed plus 60. You gained armor plus 50. You gained juggernaut HP plus 500. Armor plus 30. You gained weapon master, weapon attack stun for 2 seconds. Cooldown, 5 seconds. You gained expansive, increases area of effect by 100%. 2430 HP. 170 armor. Overpowered. Weapon master meant 4-second stuns for him. Expansive doubled fire offerings range. His agility, 157. 93 meters per second. Time to harvest. He smirked. Golden light shimmered. Players were drawn in. Then eliminated. Anyone running was met with a crossbow shot. A 4-second stun. Snail. Reflected again. Stay away from me. I'm dead. Stunned. Hexakill. Heptakill. Godlike. Despite fewer early kills, his stats were sky-high. The golden light drew in more players. His kill count soaring. Each kill brought more food. More boosts. 5 minutes later. The game ended. Li Hien's survival points far exceeded his expectations. Chapter 28. Survival point calculation. Survival, 100 points. Talent, 412 points. Stats, 154 points, over 200, every 10 points counts as 1 survival point. Equipment, 16 points. Skills, 18 points. Kills/assists, 34 points. Special, killing teammates. Minus 30 survival points. Total, 704 points. 704 survival points. Li Hien had 3 wins. Each calculation different. He'd noticed some patterns. First. Talent points fluctuate based on usage. Second. Only stats over 200 count. Third. Equipment and skill points depend on the gear acquired. He needed a lot of survival points. While others focused on redeeming points. He strategized maximizing his gains. Kill/assist points are strange. Killing someone only gives 1 or 2 points. Seems related to the target's strength. Not many 2-point opponents in the last 3 matches. Guess I'm stuck with weaker competition. He shook his head. Leveling up might help. But he couldn't participate in promotion matches yet. Looks like I have to grind. He sent an invitation. Hello. Player 00666 is available. Invite her to play. Yes/no. No. He cancelled. Then used all 704 points to enhance his genes. Strength plus 5. Stamina plus 5. Agility plus 4.08. Increasing base stats was a good strategy. Allowing him to dominate matches quickly. Plus. He needed the strength to escape the hospital. His base stats became. Strength, 17. Stamina, 18. Agility, 21.2. Intelligence, 13. Spirit, 12. Intelligence and spirit weren't priorities. His strength, stamina, and agility were almost double an average person's. He kept sending invitations until 3 minutes later, the Ice Queen entered a match. Matchmaking. Meanwhile, when Li Hian's calculation finished, 100 players received a notification, including Su Fei and I. He'll probably join the next match. Right? She smirked in the darkness. She didn't cue immediately, but closed her eyes, listening intently. After a tiny movement in the room across from hers, she cued. The staff were helpless. The survival game had changed everything. Su Fei and I opened her eyes in an underground cave. Dirt walls surrounding her. A single passage ahead. Let's see who's in this match. A seductive smile spread across her face. She saw a familiar player number, 00497. Unfortunately, they were opponents. Little Hien. We're against each other this time. Don't blame me for being mean, she smiled. A queen demanding submission. Chapter 29. Rocks and debris cascaded down as Su Fei and I, in her black dress, emerged from the tunnel. A subtle smile playing on her lips. Behind her, a male player lay on the ground, transformed into a wooden crate. A-rank talent, angel and demon. Demon form, charm or curse. Queen's command. Charm or curse, charms an ally, transferring 50% of their current stats to the user. If the ally's will is weak, the user can seize more. Up to 100% for instant death. Cooldown, 300 seconds. Queen's command, controls a target for 5 seconds. Cooldown, 60 seconds. Note, Queen's command success rate depends on the user's intelligence and the target's spirit. The charmed teammate had offered her over a dozen stat points before dying inexplicably. This death didn't count as a kill, avoiding any penalty. Su Fei and I smiled and entered the fray. Li Hien materialized in a different cave, surrounded by ochre earth. An underground map, he thought. Suddenly. -27, headshot. Ambushed. He lunged forward. Then spun around. His attacker, a familiar girl. What are you doing? Li Hien demanded. The girl nearly cried. She scrambled back, pleading. Please. Spare me. It was a reflex. I didn't realize it was you. It was Qin Song Song, the teammate he'd eliminated in the first round. Since then, she'd adopted the same tactic, eliminate a teammate at the start for the 5-point bonus. This propelled her to the top 5 each time. She knew the strategy was risky. The advantage increased her survival chances, minimizing lifespan deduction. She'd only lost a month or 2 each round. The downside? Around 10 points deducted from her final score. She wondered if a bad game would result in negative points. It wouldn't. The penalty was 50% of the final score, capped at 30 points. Killing a teammate was a gamble, profitable only with a win. Li Hien, always victorious, was unaware of the cap. He looked at Qin Song Song, a sly grin spreading across his face. Losing 27 health was nothing. His talent this round was. Congratulations. Your talent for this round is Bloodlust, SSS rank. Blood Drain, drains 50% of a target's current health within 10 meters, targets below 50% health die instantly. Drained health is added to the user's maximum health. Cooldown, 120 seconds. Each kill reduces the cooldown by 30%. Blood Hunt, all players with less than 50% of your current health are displayed on the map. Bloodlust. Powerful. Draining health and increasing his maximum health was great. But the cooldown reduction was the real prize. With each kill, the 120-second cooldown would plummet. Plus, my max health will be enormous. I'll be practically immortal. Li Hien smiled at the cornered Qin Song. Time to drain some blood. Starting with a teammate. Chapter 30. Li Hien slowly approached Qin Song. Observing her. Big brother. Please spare me. I just want to live. I don't want my lifespan reduced. She pleaded. Trembling. Killing me will even deduct your points. It's pointless. She looked genuinely terrified. Death in this game was costly. Especially early on. Turning into a crate meant a 3-year lifespan deduction. She'd earned about 20 accumulation points, a year and a half of life, not enough to offset a single death. Her eyes pleaded for mercy. But Li Hien was unmoved. This girl was a repeat offender. Did she consider her victims' lifespan when she killed them? In this game, no one was innocent. Everyone joined to become stronger. Accepting the risks. Li Hien wasn't planning to kill her. She'd be a walking blood bag. One problem, her health was too low. Li Hien saw numerous red dots on his map. Blood Hunt, all players with less than 50% of your maximum health are displayed on the map. His initial health was 180. So, all players below 90 health were displayed. Including Qin Song. Draining her would kill her instantly. What's your talent? Li Hien asked. He needed to increase her health. I can increase my maximum health by 20%, she blurted out. Fearing death. Why didn't you say so sooner? Li Hien said. Increase it. Qin Song obeyed. She knew Li Hien was far stronger. She'd landed a hit. But he'd dodged her follow-up by meters. She used her talent. Health, 84-101. Come. Li Hien grabbed her shoulder. He leaned close to her neck. Blood drain. You absorbed 50 health from player number 00498. You recovered 50 health. Converted into maximum health. Qin Song was relieved she wasn't dead. Health, 51 out of 101. Li Hien's maximum health increased to 230. Now. Players below 115 health were displayed, 60 or 70 red dots. Normal people have 100 base health. Even with accumulation points, they wouldn't have this much. Regular players couldn't increase stats like him. Blood drain's cooldown is 120 seconds. I'll find equipment first. He told Qin Song to stay put. Then followed the torchlit tunnel. His speed was impressive. He quickly reached another cave. A stone table held several items. High movement speed is advantageous, he smiled. 2 players were approaching. But he was faster. Copper sword, rank F attack plus 15. Durability 240. Copper shard, rank F repairs 120 durability. Cheese, restores 50% health. Milk, restores 30% health. Strength enhancement, rank F skill book passively increases strength by 10. He took everything. Equipped the sword. And waited. Watching their approach thanks to Blood Hunt. They were oblivious. You are listening to a story on the Word of Immortal Stories channel. If you find it interesting, please support me by subscribing to the channel and leaving a positive comment. Thank you.